nation. Killed in 21 days, it is a very worrying statistic, talking about at least 15 women murdered by people very close to them. And that is just in 3 weeks, at least the first 3 weeks of this year alone. This is a worrying statistic. We've been talking about these cases for quite a while. From your perspective as a legislator, what can or should happen to stem the wave of such brutal attacks and killings?
Yeah, thank you, Fred. You know, Fred, I remember last year, was it 16 days, which was dedicated by our leaders, women leaders, to this problem. And there were, I think there were a lot of demonstrations, not really demonstrations, but processions discouraging this femicide. And to me, I think really what we need to ask ourselves is why this? And as you rightly put it, it's been spearheaded by, you know, it's lovers. People love each other. So could we be experiencing a problem as a country which is just beyond love? Could there be issues to do with, you know, we are human beings, and when you subject human beings to a lot of stress, these are some of the outcomes. You know, it's a known fact in this country that now life has become very difficult. And you know, generally, what is likely to happen is families are likely to suffer because imagine you are there, you love this beautiful wife or girlfriend of yours, and then there you are, you can't provide. And you know, men by nature is like, when you can't provide for your small family or for your girlfriend, you imagine you are not man enough. And that could easily ignite some violence like what we are seeing. The other thing is, could we be having some psychological issues? You know, the issue of mental health is something we've never, as a country, taken seriously. And I remember the former nominated Senator Kasanga, you remember she had a bill on this. And one of the findings was that, as she did her research to come up with that bill, was that mental health is a serious problem in this country. It's only that, unlike other diseases where I can look at you and say you are sick, we might be imagining, Fred, you are very normal, but you find actually internally you have mental issues. And before we find out really what is happening, these things are likely to come up. The other third important point is, could it be an indicator that then the current lovers are not able to manage love? Because as you say, some of them, we are calling them jilted lovers. That if you are my girlfriend, and I find Fred also expressing some interest in you, that I can't imagine that you can actually love Fred and get away from me and life continues.
What has changed? Because love and marriage and family has existed forever. So what is so different now that people are finding it easier to kill the person you love?
That's what I'm saying. The issue is that people being not able to manage love. And that is a family. You know, in the holidays, with our normal sittings in Wazes, you would be kind of inducted on how to deal with women. In the holidays, there used to be pre-arranged marriages. So to some extent, you find marriage was more taken of a community issue than an individual issue. And people would, to some extent, be prepared what it takes to marry or to be married. And then you find that if in case a lady decides to run away from you, or a man decides that enough is enough and you just exit, because you can exit. You can decide, I've had enough of this lady, I love her, but my love for her is now gone. So you decide that I want to leave. In that case, then, the side which appears to have been left, is it able to handle that? And I think that's generally the issue. And then if you combine that, then issues with mental health and all that, that's why you see most of these things happening. But also, and then I think it's also the lifestyle. You know, these days also, there's a lot of abuse of drugs and all that. So a lot of people are also under the influence of drugs. And we've said the issue of drugs is a serious matter in this country. And imagine somebody who has been, your girlfriend has decided to leave you. That time you are on some drugs. You can imagine the reaction.
But you seem to suggest that there could be an issue with how we've raised or focused on the boy child, that they appear to be least prepared to face the challenges
Yep.
in life. Because you look at the front page of the Daily Nation, and these are just